Hey, what's up, guys? So, I want you to take a look at this next clip here because it exposes the sad reality of the education system in the US. And this TikToker, a high school student from Philadelphia, is receiving a ton of backlash after exposing his classmates and the school education system.
Read the index card for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were. Who's this for? Extraordinary, but somewhat Gertrude?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore, bro. I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a. Oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were. Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did this.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes is nice or something like
She wore a. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say. I can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it. Cancel back.
Okay, so honestly, for what it's worth, I don't expect any high school student to know what the word gauche means because it's certainly not a word I ever came across in high school. But that said, two basic words I think every high school student should know are silhouette and extraordinary. Those are two basic words. And honestly, this just shows you the sad reality of the education system in the US. And these are the same people that tell us that there's nothing wrong with the Department of Education. Anyways, I found this interesting tweet here that from Daniel Friedman that pretty much represents everything wrong with the education system. The tweet reads, the schools that educate these students spend more than 20K per student per year, and the Philadelphia public school budget is 4.6 billion per year. This is the result. Public schools in large cities are grotesquely failed and mismanaged institutions. The schools operate off of fraudulent and discredited pedagogies that don't work. They are clogged with excess layers of bureaucracy and administration who siphon billions of dollars of taxpayer money for their make work email jobs that provide no benefit to students, and the results are catastrophic. Every public school should have to compete for funding with private and charter operations through a voucher program that makes state and city funding portable to any school student wants to take it to. When the kids and families are empowered by choice, nobody will choose this. Yeah, this makes total sense, because despite all the money that's being poured into these students and schools, these students are still struggling with basic words. Yeah, give these parents this $20,000 voucher and they can decide which school their child will go to, whether it be public, charter, or private. And, the good schools will continue to get more students and funding, while the bad schools will continue to fail. But that said, going back to what I said earlier, the student is facing a ton of backlash, and it's being reported that the student at this charter high school in South Philadelphia posted TikTok and Instagram videos challenging peers to read complex sentences. The first gained over 15 million views as students fumbled on words like silhouette and gauche. The senior, a black student with strong academic record, alleged that the school board aimed to expel him, bar him from prom, and prevent graduation walking. So, what do you think this kid did following the backlash? Well, he posted another video exposing the entire system.
Read the index card.
What the fuck does that say? Why am I reading this? No, I'm not reading this. This is a whole bunch of bullshit.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He's asking the choir to accommodate to the governor's schedule, right?
Yeah, in your own words.
There's a governor's schedule, and so the colonel is asking the choir to accommodate to it.
In your own words.
I don't know, bro.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
All right, what does that mean?
Right? They asked the people to sing for the governor's schedule. I don't know what this means.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He asked the choir to accommodate. I don't know. I don't know, bro. It mean he asked them to read the schedule. So
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule
What does that mean?
to sing with the governor.
Honestly, it's pretty nuts that none of these students knew what accommodate meant. This is such a basic word, especially at a high school level. You have to know what the word accommodate means. Like Colonel, I kind of want to give a pass to, but then I thought about it a bit more. You should know that word. In high school, you've seen that word many times, I'm sure, like history. So that's like another word that, I know it phonetically sounds like colonel, but you should know what colonel means. But that said, I want to kind of pivot to something else here because I'm sure I have a lot of viewers here that are also fans of Candace Owens. And I remember, like, I used to watch Candace quite a bit. I don't really watch her much these days just because, I don't know, I think she just veered off way off to the left, out in space. But when I used to watch her, she would mispronounce so many words. And I never really thought about it much until I saw this video here, this compilation. You have to watch this compilation because it's just so crazy how this woman is like college educated, but she just cannot pronounce certain words. She just doesn't know the pronunciation. And these are basic words. And it's not like she just did it one or two times. She just continuously does it.
And so I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a reality of, but really it was about the architecture. I want you to understand. Her Catholic, no, he just liked the architecture. He liked the smells and the bells. He loved the architecture. We also learned that last night a bomb squad and agents from the Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco. What is the borough doing? Has anybody traced this down? Were you brought into an FBI borough? Who's a former borough of prisons chief? Because there is a borough that has been corrupt, and he used to come in every day with a debacle. I remember that whole debacle. This debacle with her earrings.
Okay, I've never heard of anyone pronounce these specific words like this before. Debacle, borough. Like, it's crazy that she's college educated. And you know what? She's a fantastic speaker. But the fact that she doesn't know the proper pronunciation of these words is kind of scary. Like, she's a fantastic speaker, like way better than I am. I fluff up too here and there, but at least I know the proper pronunciation. I just fluff up just because I'm on the mic and recording. But she obviously does not know the proper pronunciation, and that is pretty scary. She kind of reminds me of Carmine Lupertazzi Jr. I don't know if you guys watch The Sopranos. It's one of my favorite shows. But remember how he would always try and use big words to like kind of sound smart and stuff? Well, that's who Candace reminds me of.
So, huh? You shit with Tony? Total debacle.
Anyways, take a look at this skit this guy made. He made a parody skit pretty much mocking Candace Owens and just all her mispronunciations.
Okay, Candace, let's do a take and just be mindful of the pronunciations. Let's not do anything weird.
I have so many explosive revelations to share with you.
Oh, wait. No, it's revelations. You know what? We can move on.
If you can't compartmentalize.
No, sweetheart, it's compartmentalize. Just take that one more time.
You have to be able to compartmentalize that.
Compartmentalize.
And we have to compartmentalize. Compartmentalize how you feel about somebody personally.
Are you doing this on purpose? Is this a bit? Are you trying to get clicks or something?
Can't compartmentalize, but really, it was about the architecture.
Ooh, this is the big one. It's architecture.
He just liked the architecture.
Architecture, not architecture.
Loved the architecture.
Architecture.
Yeah, no, like he loved the architecture of things.
You really don't know how these words are pronounced? You speak for a living.
Prince Harry abdicates England, causes this whole race kerfluffle.
Oh, no, it's kerfuffle.
We knew a kerfluffle happened.
Kerfuffle.
Because this dress kerfluffle.
Pronounced kerfuffle. Kerfuffle.
Designed quite literally with the intention to mock me and Tucker Carlson. It's always got to be Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens.
It's Candace Owens. It's Candace. Let's cut here. I'm gonna go take my life.